Okay, so Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, obviously I do gymnastics, and I've been doing that since I was about 7 years old. I started that because a school teacher said I was too hyperactive and I was getting into trouble at school, and so I went along to the local gym, and it's gone from there really. Yeah, and at the minute I've just come back from Singapore, the Youth Olympic Games, and that went really well.
Cool. So you just told us how you get into gymnastics. So what are your future aspirations? What do you want to? Do you want to stay in gymnastics?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's my main goal, to stay in gymnastics sort of as long as I can. But definitely, I think through to 2016, the Olympics in Brazil, I think they are. So till then, and then I'll see what happens after that. But definitely in the back of my mind, London 2012's definitely. I'm starting to think about it a bit. So hopefully that can happen.
Cool. So how much do you train and how do you train?
Since I was about sort of 11, I've been training over 30 hours a week. At the minute, I'll probably do around 35 maybe. But it's different, depending on like when I am in the season, it's different. So if I'm close to a competition, it's a bit less.
Cool. So do you think, personally, people know you? So if you was walking down the street, do you think people recognise you?
Nah, probably in my village a bit, but not really. I'm not that sort of well known yet. But hopefully if I can do well in the future and get sort of Lewis Smith and Beth Tweddle standard, then you never know.
That'd be cool. So if you wasn't doing gymnastics, what would you do instead?
I think I'd probably be playing football, because I actually played for Notts County in Forest Centre of Excellence as an academies when I was younger, till the age of sort of 13, and then I had to decide, and I chose to carry on with gymnastics.
So when you're not training, when you're not doing gymnastics, how do you spend your free time? What do you like to do?
Well, just sort of the normal stuff. I go on computer, play on my PlayStation. I play a bit of golf sometimes with my dad. And then just hang around with my mates, really, go to the cinema, that sort of stuff.
So how did it feel for you when you won the gold medal?
Oh, it was an amazing feeling, because the whole week was sort of a bit of a roller coaster. I started off really good in the qualification, so I was really happy with that. But then the all-around was a bit dodgy. Started off not good, then I sort of got my way back into second. And then obviously I fell off the bar, so I was pretty annoyed with that. But I just forgot about it, and then I went out for the high bar final and just concentrated on my routine, and I hit it, and I was just really happy.
How do you deal with the pressure?
It's very hard, because I mean there's a lot of pressure on me, because I know also I was the only gymnast there, so I was representing Great Britain as the only gymnast, so I wanted to, for my coaches and everything, I wanted to do a good job, and there's pressure from your family and stuff like that. But yeah, you have to just try and concentrate on the job you've got to do, and generally if you just think about the routine, then once you're finished, it normally goes well.
So you're kind of like a normal teenager without the normal part.
Yeah.
So how did you deal with school, like GCSEs? Did you do them?
Yeah, well, actually I was training at Notts School of Gymnastics, and the school's next to the gym there, until I was in year 9. Then I moved gyms down to Cambridge, and I actually stayed with another gymnast, and he was homeschooled, so I did that. And that worked really well, because I could do school in the morning and then train in the afternoon. And I took my GCSEs, I only took 6. And then since then I haven't gone to college, but maybe in the future I'll go to college, I'm not sure yet.
Cool. And one last question, have you had any serious injuries?
I've had quite a few actually. I've fractured my cheekbone, broke my leg, my metatarsal, fractured my wrist, and then sort of just a lot of sprains and tears and that, because it is quite a dangerous sport. I mean, you get injuries quite a lot.
Cool, well thank you very much for that, thank
It's
you.
all right. Thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing gymnastics at the moment.
Oh really?
So I wanted to know, how long does it take to become like as good as you?
Oh well, like I said, I've been doing it since I was sort of 7, and training like really full on since I was sort of 10, 11. So it does take a long time. I mean, training sort of 6-7 hours a day for the past sort of six or 7 years is a lot, and there's obviously a lot of sacrifices. You have to miss out on a lot of things, when your mates are going to parties and stuff and you can't go, but yeah, it takes a long time.